Leaders in the tech industry issued a warning about artificial intelligence. We also have an update on the debt ceiling deal. That's some of what we'll get to on the 7th from the Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Wednesday, May 31st. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1, the debt ceiling deal cleared its first hurdle yesterday. The bill was approved by a key House committee. It would raise the limit on the amount of money the U.S. can borrow. It would also cut some government spending. The deal now faces a full vote in the House. It's expected to pass tonight, despite some opposition from both Republicans and Democrats. If it does, it would head to the Senate. The bill needs to become law before Monday. That's when the government would run out of money to pay its bills and default on its debt. Number 2, Russia is reeling after drones attacked its capital yesterday. The airstrike damaged 2 residential buildings in Moscow. It was the first strike on a civilian area of the city since Russia invaded Ukraine more than a year ago. Ukraine denied direct involvement in the attack, but it was almost certainly a run-up to a major escalation in fighting between the two countries, which is expected to begin soon. Number 3, former First Lady Rosalynn Carter has been diagnosed with dementia. In a statement yesterday, the Carter Center said that the 95-year-old is comfortable. She's spending time at home in Georgia with her 98-year-old husband, former President Jimmy Carter. This news comes just 3 months after Jimmy Carter said he was spending his final days in hospice care. The couple was in the White House from 1977 to 1981. Number 4, Elizabeth Holmes reported to prison yesterday. Holmes was the founder of the blood testing company Theranos and used to be a tech superstar. But her reputation began to unravel in 2015 after people found out that her company's technology didn't exactly work as promised. Holmes began serving an 11-year prison sentence yesterday in Texas. She and her former business partner were found guilty of fraud and conspiracy last year. Number 5, wildfires are raging across Canada. Multiple fires in Nova Scotia have forced thousands of people to evacuate. The largest fire is still burning out of control. David Steves, with Nova Scotia's Department of Natural Resources, gave an update on the evacuations yesterday.
It is so important that folks respect these evacuation zones and stay out. We're not asking them to stay away from their homes because that's what we want to do. We're asking them to stay away from their homes because it's the safest thing for them to do.
If you live in the northeastern United States, you may be seeing smoke from these fires drifting in the air. We should note that this is unusual. Canada is in the midst of a mega fire season. It's being fueled by abnormally hot and dry weather. 5 million acres have already burned, and the fire season is still far from over. Number 6, coastal cities across the U.S. are sinking. The hotspots are Houston, New Orleans, New York City, and Norfolk. Scientists found that Houston, for example, sank more than half an inch a year from 2014 to 2020. Some of the sinking is natural, caused by shifts in the earth, but some of it is caused by humans. Going back to Houston, much of the sinking in that area has been caused by pumping groundwater. This compresses the layer of the earth where the water is found and lowers the land surface. This matters because many places are sinking faster than sea levels are rising. This increases the risk of flooding, especially as climate change intensifies. And at number 7, tech leaders issued a dire warning yesterday about artificial intelligence. It was just one sentence long. It said that AI poses an existential threat to humanity, on par with pandemics and nuclear war. It was signed by more than 350 AI scientists and tech executives. This includes 38 members of a Google AI group and the chief executive of OpenAI, which created ChatGPT. It's the latest in a growing chorus of alarms raised by the very people creating and profiting from the technology. You're all caught up with the news for today. Don't forget that you can get the 7 newsletter every weekday morning. It's a chance for you to dive deeper into the stories that I talk about on the podcast each day. To sign up, just click the link in our show notes. I'm Jeff Pierre, and I will meet you back here tomorrow.